Alright. Okay. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to make a YouTube channel for a very long time. Well, ever since I was a kid, really. I used to watch Logan Paul when he was starting to get famous. I remember one video where he talked about how he used to dream about becoming someone. He always wanted to be proud of himself when he was older. That really struck me. That day, that very moment, I told myself I have to do it. I have to put myself out there, become someone. And then the motivation died. I went to school the next day, got distracted in classes that I hated, came home and played some video games, probably Fortnite, forgot all about the plans destiny had in store for me and fell asleep. Now I'm 20, out of school, in a job, married, and still feel like a nobody. But I've realized waiting for permission to chase my dreams won't get me anywhere. So here I am, starting this channel. I've decided now is the time. I choose now, because if I don't start now, will I start? Will I ever grow into the man that I see for myself in the future? Or will I just end up like everyone else, the other 8 billion people on the planet? No. I refuse to let that happen. I cannot let myself just fade into the oblivion that is the gravestones and burial grounds of billions of people before us. You know, who knows? Maybe no one will ever see this. Maybe I'll be like the thousands of channels out there that are nothing. They post videos for just the heck of it, I guess. Never really gaining traction. Or maybe 10 years from now, I will blow up, become the next MrBeast, and be wildly famous. At this moment, I don't care what happens. I'm starting because I have realized that in order to become something meaningful, I have to become someone meaningful. I have to have power behind the words I say. People need to know who I am. Only once I have people know who I am, can I actually create meaningful change. Yes, I want this to make me money. I would like one day to just focus on growing this, along with my other brands I will own. But for now, I just want to put my thoughts out there. What better way to do that than through a YouTube channel? What sort of things will I post here and talk about? Well, my interests, of course, of which there are many. I will focus on tech, finance, and travel, at least for the beginning. You will learn that I latch onto interests quickly and am hard-pressed to let go. Whether that is a strength or a weakness, only time will tell. Why those three? Why tech, finance, and travel? I'm obsessed with the evolving world. I look around at the things that we are creating in labs, workshops, and factory floors. I just get so giddy with excitement. I look forward to the future filled with all the amazing things that are coming out in the markets. Things like AI, quantum computing, robots, faster trains, advanced jet engines, and so much more. For example, Microsoft just announced recently that they had a breakthrough with quantum computing, opening the door to the possibility of millions of qubits of processing power being widely available. Think about how much good can be done with that. The innovations that follow that, the questions, the new cybersecurity threats, so much. One thing it does is increase our ability to give birth to smarter AI. I personally see a future where we will all have little AI companions, helping us reason through things or expanding our view of the world. I picture things like the Ghost from Destiny or Ortis from Warframe, friends made from code, who know us so perfectly that we can only rely on them to help us with anything. It's incredible. I know in my life now I use technology every day. I'm recording this on my phone, editing on a laptop, uploading it to a gigantic web of information. Oh, and did I mention I had Grok help me revise it so it all made sense? How brilliant. The kings would kill for what we take for granted. Now, I am not an engineer, so I cannot talk much about how things work. Though I'll do my best to understand how they work. And speaking of how tech works and how it shapes our future, that ties into my next passion, finance. Because understanding money is just as crucial as understanding innovation. With the ever-changing world, it is hard to know how to stay afloat with our money. And more than even stay afloat, how to thrive. I don't know about you guys, but I want to thrive. So I'm taking it upon myself to learn about the things that are changing in the tech world, so I can put my money there and grow with it. I see the world in a very analytical way. I think about the numbers, the reasoning, and the business of things. I want to find the patterns that have made people wealthy in the past, follow them, and create change in my wake. Let's stick with the example from earlier, quantum computing and AI. I know these are hot topics, so everyone and their, AI is talking about them. But hear me out. If I could identify which company has the best chances of creating the artificial intelligence that will take the cake, and I dumped $100, just $100, okay? Bought a single stock of it, whatever. And it just compounded an average of 20%. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you think about a company that just cracked AI, 20% could be more, could be less. Let's say it's 20% annually. By the time I'm looking to retire, which I never plan on retiring, but hypothetically, let's say in 42 years, I would retire. This $100 would be worth $211,000. Meaning I would have gotten over $199,999, pretty much, from just $100. That's wild. That's because of compound interest, baby. And that is pretty conservative in all reality. As I said just a second ago, I'm sure the company that cracks this code, the AI code, whatever, will grow way more than that. Who knows? Maybe I will start that company. That is why I want to know so much about this growing world. I eventually want to build a network and a team so good that we can start our own company, one in a growing sector, a sector that will impact everything across the globe, changing billions of lives for the better. The only way to do that is to just start learning and never stop. By the way, school is not learning. School is actually, in my humble opinion, a load of shit. Pardon my French. College is sort of different, still not my favorite. Anyways, why am I so interested in finance? Let me tell you a little secret. I'm poor. And I always have been. I grew up poor. My parents both had to work long hours and 2 jobs just to scrape by. I remember Monday mornings, my mom would go to work and my dad was already at work, yet I and my brothers were homeschooled. So Monday mornings, we would all just watch YouTube all morning. We would watch Batclone, who's an older YouTuber, Minecraft YouTuber. But looking back on it, I realized the sacrifice my parents were making to just keep food on the table. I wanted to learn from that. I love my parents for what they have given me, and the chief among those gifts is a strong work ethic. I want to work so hard I can give my family an amazing life, and pay my parents back for all they gave me. That includes intelligent investing and managing my money. So I travel. Why is travel the other thing I'm going to focus on? I know full well that amazing things are not just happening in my town, nor just my state, or even my country. Change happens all over the world. And I want to go to where the growth is so I can understand it. Places like Silicon Valley, Shenzhen, China, the ITER project, it's pronounced multiple ways. Put the ITER project in Europe and Texas. just Texas. Texas actually is a place where innovation just does sort of happen. Plus, I just love traveling. I never really have much in my life, so I want to see the world. Other than my mission and my honeymoon, I've never really been outside of Utah, Idaho, and sometimes California. There's a lot more to see in the world. I want to go out there and learn about it, find out my place in it, and then leave a little piece of me behind when the day eventually comes when I leave this place, if I do leave this place. More on that another time. Thanks, Brian Johnson, for all you're doing, by the way. So what are some of my goals? Not just with this channel, but with my life. My wife jokes that my personality is my goals, and I sort of laugh with her, but I think that actually she is right. I am my goals, and I'm proud of it. I want to achieve them, so I have to become obsessed with them. I will go ahead and outline some of them so you understand. Plus, if you have any way of helping me achieve them, let me know in the comments. Number 1, I want to become wealthy. Number 1 is wealth. And they're kind of vague, but I'll come back to that. Number 2, I want what I say to matter. I'm going to do a little speech. What he says matters. And I want to be remembered. I'm going to do the year 3000. And my name is still in the history books. I know those sound vague, and they kind of are, but trust me, they are not. I have plans, I have ideas, I have numbers that I want to do and achieve and reach for each goal. I just don't want to give it all away yet. I will one day, or maybe you'll read about it one day. So where will this channel lead? I don't know. And I'm comfortable saying that. I have no idea what will happen with this YouTube channel. All I know is I want to go out there, get it out there, be heard, grow my following, and become one of the greats. Someone who will be remembered for a very long time. Because if I don't, why was I ever born? I was born for greatness. I was born with divine power and made for infinite wealth. And so are you. Let's find that within ourselves, together. So welcome to TrillionaireTrynnity, and we'll see you next time, dreamers.